Welcome back to Ellis Reviews. Thank you for subscribing if you already have. If you haven't, just click the button. Easy. They've arrived, my AirPods Max. And I promised an unboxing video and a first impressions, and that's exactly what I'm going to do now. So I've just very quickly set up the studio. Apologies if something isn't in focus or whatever, but I've just got to get into these. I was going to wait a couple of days, but I can't. So let's do it. The first most obvious thing is the fact that they put that dreadful case design on the box. It's the back of the box, but you see it's pretty obvious. We'll get onto that. So, here we go. Ready? The box, I must admit, when this was delivered earlier, the box it came in, as in with the packaging, was really heavy. And a lot of people have talked about how heavy these headphones are. And the initial experience of just picking that box up seems to suggest that's the case, so we'll see. But anyway, the lid is off. And here they are. Nearly fell out then. Now I am going to do a much more in-depth video on these, so don't worry, this is just an unboxing, my first impressions. I want you to see what my reaction is when I put them on and listen to them. I'll give you some much better B-roll and stuff when I do the proper review video, but I thought you'd find this interesting. Wow, I mean, the first impression, putting the case to one side, is they look very nice. These look like a really premium pair of headphones. Very premium, as you can probably see hopefully in there. Let me just double check. We're all in focus, yeah. They look like a very, very premium pair of headphones. Let's get them out. Right, the first thing you notice immediately, put that box away, is the weight. Now these are heavy. They're probably the heaviest headphones I own at the moment, I think. I've been using the Sony XM4s earlier, and they're very light on your head, very light in general to pick up. These do feel pretty heavy. Now the case does come wrapped in some kind of paper, which I will now remove. Right, there's no obvious way to take this paper off actually, so I'm just gonna rip it. Why not? This isn't your best packaging, Apple, I'll be honest. I don't think it's supposed to come off like that, is it? No. We're in. There they are. Let's just get the case out of the way immediately. It doesn't feel particularly premium. The headphones, from what I can see of them so far, look very premium. The case feels... It's not the same material that you get on the iPad keyboards at all. That feels more premium, if you like. This, it just feels a bit cheap, if I'm totally honest. I'm not going to spend any more time on the case on this video. I'll talk about that in the review, but that's my first impression of that. So anyway, let's forget the case. Now, a lot of reviewers have mentioned this, and it's immediately obvious, actually. They're very cool to the touch, because obviously it's aluminium. I've never experienced that personally with headphones before. All the headphones that I own are plastic. Nice plastic generally, but plastic, and plastic doesn't feel like this. These do feel incredibly premium. I'll tell you what, they're also smaller than I thought. I don't know why, I thought these would be bigger. That's quite a nice surprise, actually. I thought these were going to be big headphones. At first glance, they're actually quite well sized. Yeah, they don't feel particularly cumbersome at all, although they're heavy, although they're getting less heavy now I've taken the case out. They're a nice looking size, actually. So we'll take these foam things off. So I went for the, like I said, the blue version, which I think was a good choice, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. They look nice. And as we've all heard, the cups come off. And if you're really rich, you can replace these for, I can't remember how much, but quite a lot of money. I'll put it on the screen now. And you can mix and match colours and things, which is interesting. My experience with headphones, over-the-ear headphones, is that they do wear after a time, and you do have to replace the actual cups that go around your ears. However, these are fabric, and normally they're kind of a not plastic, but they're normally a kind of rubber material that does wear away after a while. So again, who knows how long these will last in this respect, but these are fabric, and they feel quite durable, to be honest. I don't know, it would take a long time, I think, for these to wear down. Who knows? We'll find out. Now, they have these telescopic arm things, which we can... Ooh. That's very stiff, but quite reassuringly stiff, actually. Feels like that could take a lot of punishment. Let me just adjust these and I'm going to put them on my head. You ready? Ooh. Now they're comfortable. Now I can't hear myself, so if I'm talking strange, you have to bear with me. But I don't think they're on at the minute, but there's already a lot of noise cancellation. Maybe they are on, I don't know. I think they're actually on by default. I'm going to unlock my phone. I'm going to hold the AirPods Max near. Nothing happens. Brilliant. We obviously have to turn them on, don't we? Hang on. Sleep mode. I can't work out if they're on or not. Let's press something, see what happens. I'm going to press the crown. Nothing. Press the other button. Now the light's flashing now. There's a light. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to connect. There we go. So now it is saying, okay, it's asking if I want to try out spatial audio. I have tried that with the AirPods Pro and it's very impressive. Again, I'll cover that in a future video. All right, we're there. I think we're connected. So let's put them back on. Transparency mode has come on, so I can now hear myself, which is quite nice. And if I press the button again, we are now in noise cancelling. And now I'm going to do a test between these and the Sony XM4s. For noise cancelling, for sound, everything. So again, this video isn't for that. It's gone very quiet in here. It's not too oppressive. I know some people struggle with noise cancelling when it can be a little bit too much. First indication sounds great. I'm gonna listen to these for the first time now and you can see my reaction. Now I have a playlist for doing this and I can't lay claim to creating this playlist. It was actually recommended to me by a proper audiophile who I'm going to have on the channel at some stage to talk about these. I will put a link in the description, not a link, sorry, I'll put a list in the description of the songs that are on this playlist. It's used by audiophiles all the time to test headphones and other audio devices, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to try this now. It starts with Fiona Apple, Sleep to Dream. Let's see what happens. Nice. They sound good. They do sound good. I'm just going to quickly skip through a couple of tracks that I'm aware of. So I'm going to go for Unfinished Sympathy by Massive Attack now. Ooh, silky. Wow, okay, interesting. Very defined sound, a lot of bass, but it's not overwhelming. A little bit like the Sony XM4s. It's nice and it's pretty silky smooth. Sounds like there's lots of detail going on, but again, I've got to sit down with these properly. Good old Fleetwood Mac, The Chain. I appreciate this isn't particularly exciting for you. I don't know, maybe it is. I will be editing this quite a bit, I think, to skip through it, but I want you to see my reaction. Ooh. Immediately, it's very toppy, I'd call it. Having used the XM4s all morning, they're not muddier than this. It's just a different EQ profile, but these are very toppy. So with the Chain, Fleetwood Mac, all those hi-hats, etc., you can hear very distinctly. It just sounds like a very bright sound, almost like a HD sound. Try a bit of Tupac. This is another song on this list. Check out the description. I'm actually going to stop there because I want to do a proper full test of these. But my initial reactions is that they sound really, really good. Really good. Now, bear in mind, these headphones cost £550 in the UK. That is a lot of money. Huge amount of money. They should sound good. They should sound really good. But that is why I'm going to put them up against the Sony XM4s, which are behind me, that you can probably see over here, and some other headphones as well. And I'm also going to, as I say, get an audiophile on who has used these a lot longer than me. He had them back in December to get his opinion from a real expert's point of view in terms of sound. I'm really looking forward to that conversation. That will appear on the channel in the next few weeks. If you've got AirPods Max, if you've had them, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your initial impressions were, how they've panned out for you over the last few weeks. And yeah, I hope this was interesting. It was a very quickly thrown together video, but I wanted to do it just to show you what the experience of opening these things and putting them on for the first time and listening to them for the first time is. And my overall impressions, just totally out of the box, is that they look, feel, and sound very premium. They do sound like a very expensive pair of headphones. They look like a very expensive pair of headphones, but I don't know if that's just coloured by how much they cost. I always bear that in mind. The other thing, the overriding thing actually, is the size of them. They are smaller than I thought they would be. They are heavy, but actually now they've been on my head, it's not overwhelmingly heavy. But they are just nicely sized. They're a really nice size. It was this band that surprised me. I don't know why, but from all the product shots and the other review videos, I thought this was huge. And I think on the head, they actually fit your head very nicely. They look pretty good. I keep looking above because I'm looking at myself in the monitor, but they do seem to fit the profile of your head quite nicely. They don't stick out too much. They're very thin. The feel of them, the aluminium, it all feels very premium. But how are these worth £550, $550? I still don't know. And that is what I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks or so trying to work out for you. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you get any notifications about new videos, and I will return with further thoughts on these in a little while. In the meantime, if you're still looking at headphones and you don't want to spend £550 on a pair of headphones, keep watching for a link to my long-term review of the Sony XM4s, because they are a fantastic option. They're a lot cheaper than these, and yeah, keep watching for that video, and in the meantime, I will see you next time. Thank you.